Alright, welcome in everybody to Riverbend Springs on Farming Simulator 2025. We're starting a fresh playthrough. So I still have my main playthrough that I started in Hutan Pantai, the coastal forest. That's still going on, nothing's changing there, but I was definitely getting really far ahead on my recordings, so, hey, start up a second playthrough. We'll post this one maybe in the evening since the other one posted in the morning. That one's a debt challenge. We started off $1 million in debt with pretty much near nothing to our name. We had a truck and a little bit of cash. This one we do have $100,000 in the bank, but that is a loan we're going to need to pay back, and we do have the starter farm. So there is that. I did, just before I hit start, I went and grabbed the collectible that's in that shed back there. For those of you who know about it, I grabbed that and then I removed that money just to get it off the farm. I'm going to try and avoid collectibles in this. So other than that, I think the main thing is I just want to try out some of the new things that I've avoided so far while playing this game. I haven't really messed with animals beyond chickens, so I definitely want to get some chickens at some point. I'm thinking maybe we can put them back here behind this first field in that little bit of space down there. We have already a few starter cows here, and we have space to add a few more. But we do have this canola field here. It's ready to harvest, gives us a little bit of extra starter cash. It's going to need some lime and some plowing. This one's going to need lime. I'm guessing all the fields are probably going to need lime. I do have periodic plowing, lime, and weeds on, but no field stones, because those are super annoying. Anyway, so we have some wheat here. This field as well, after we harvest it's going to need a little bit of lime and plowing, so we're definitely going to have to pick up a plow immediately. Lime is kind of expensive, but we're going to need to probably do that as well. It will, if you only have to lime every few harvests, so if we get the lime on now, we can at least avoid that cost for the next couple plantings and harvesting. And barley that also needs lime and plowing, but this has already been harvested. You know what I want to know? Where'd my barley go? Is it in the silo? I've never checked. I don't think there's anything in the silo. We're going to work our way up back this way. We do have, as you can see on here, all of the starter farm, which those that have played the game know what you get. We have a little market stall here. I believe this is a farmer's market, little small sell point. And a lot of this stuff we're probably going to get rid of just to clear out some space for future stuff, but like this little shed's just decorative. We'll get rid of that. Probably get rid of this shed potentially, put something else here in the future. We got a little trailer hiding in there, and then of course we got a few other barns and sheds and some equipment lying around. This is definitely going. I am not, oh, it won't even let me go in there. I am not gonna build this thing. It requires, well, for the first step it's asking for 1,000 of those 3, but I don't know how much more it's going to keep asking for. And if I've learned anything, construction projects in this game require an ungodly amount of material, and yeah, I'm not gonna build that thing. These bees are gonna go. There's a little bit on this pallet. I wonder. I can. It's only 92 grams. Okay, you know what we're gonna do? Let's run this over here to our little farmer's market, and let's just get this out of here. We're gonna sell off the bees because they take years to produce a pallet. They're essentially useless. I think they should have probably upped the speed of them. Hey, we made $72. Let me speed up here real quick. Alright, so yeah, all these bees are gonna go. This useless thing here is gonna go. We'll keep that, I guess, for now. Is there any barley in this? I'm really curious. No, our silo is empty. Didn't think so. But, doesn't hurt to look. And that little shed over there, we'll probably get rid of that at some point so we can put something here in this space. But, yeah, for the most part, that's it. I did change one piece of our starter equipment, which I will show you now. This is a modded version of the Challenger that you start with. You still start with one of these. I still did a search function and found a used one. So it does have, let's go down here to vehicles. It does have 29.6 hours on it already. So it is a used vehicle just like the starter one. But this one, though it starts with 160 horsepower and it currently has 160 horsepower, has additional motor upgrades up to 388. The standard starting one only can go up to like 225. This one can go up a little bit higher. I thought it would be cool to have this. I saw this mod, never really wanted it because that first starter tractor, I like it, but man, 220 is just not enough in the long run. Everything else is the exact same equipment wise that you start with. We got the little John Deere over here. Open that up. We got the standard John Deere cultivator. We're probably going to sell this immediately for a plow. We got the Great Plains seeder, the bag of seed, all of that. Yeah, just because I don't know about anybody else, but I almost exclusively never cultivate. I just always plow. If you're going to have to go over the field to either plow or cultivate, you might as well plow every single time instead of cultivating, because plowing gets rid of weeds. So you don't need a weeder or a sprayer to spray the weeds, so you can skip that step every time by just plowing. If you cultivate, weeds are going to grow, so you're going to have to either get a sprayer or a weeder and go back over your field a second time. I don't see the point to that. Yes, you can get direct like seeders and planters, but then you're still going to have to go through and weed afterwards. And then we have our starter combine. So we got our equipment. We got our little tour. I guess it's time to get started. Let's go ahead and plow this canola, plow this wheat. We'll throw it in the silo and we'll check. We might end up keeping the wheat and just buying some chickens like right from the start. We'll need to get a front loader for that John Deere or for the Challenger. We'll have to go. They're fairly inexpensive. They're about, I think, like 7,500, 8,500 brand new. So we'll get a front loader. It's like another 15 or 1,500, maybe $2,000 for some pallet forks, so we can move the eggs. And we'll have to reconfigure our grain trailer to be able to be a flatbed. But yeah, I mean, we can always just buy another cheap trailer or something like that. I'm not sure. We'll figure it out. All right. Well, here we go. Our first bit of harvesting on Riverbend Springs. Let's get to it. You know what I just thought about? It would probably be a good idea to go ahead and buy our plow. Let's go with the Challenger yellow to match our tractor. I did also purchase the soil information for our lands, so we have that. Let's pull this out of here. We'll send a worker up to the shop to get the plow, and we can get the Challenger started on that field where the barley is harvested, and start plowing that and getting it ready. And then that'll get done, and then when this field's done, we can put them on this field and just kind of work behind us to get these fields plowed. Ooh. You know what we could do while he's up there? Because we can just throw the plow on the front 3-point. You know what? We should probably also buy a lime spreader. So I think what I kind of want to do is maybe just get this one. We'll put the extension on it, and a small bag of lime, and put it the on the Challenger to bring it back. But we'll just use the AI to do the liming, the lime spreading, because I have the workers pay for their pay for their own fuel and lime and fertilizer and everything like that out of my balance. The automatic pay. So they won't use the lime in the lime spreader. They'll just take the money out of my account constantly as they use it. So we can use them to spread the lime, which means we only just need to put a little bit of lime in this just so it knows they're supposed to be spreading lime, and then it'll just pull it out of my account. And then we won't overspend on excess lime as well. So this one will hold 500 liters. I think that's a good idea. And then, we need to go to consumables. How much? Oh, that's 2,000 lime. Is there a smaller thing of lime? There is not. You know what we could also do? We're gonna need. I was already talking about this too. Man, the money just disappears quick when you start thinking about little stuff. I was talking. We do need to get a front loader for when the eggs, and when we need to move hay and the silage and different things like that for the animals. Does the Challenger? I did put the front loader attachment on that. So you know what we could do? Yeah, let's get this one. Let's go with the Challenger yellow as well. Where is it? Challenger yellow. All right. And we'll leave that part black. We'll buy this. And then we need a set of pallet forks for that. And okay, so there's all that. So what we can do here now is have an idea. I'm gonna make this in one trip. You watch me. Okay. So we'll put this on here. And then we can at least fill this with some lime. Now the question is can I get the front loader over this? If not, we'll have to put the plow on it and just... Oh man, I don't know. You know what we should do? Let's put the front loader on first. And then we'll put this on. Okay. Lower. Don't tip over. Sweet. Okay. This is going to work, okay? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to get the front loader on here. Okay. We're going to get the pallet forks on here. Alright. Tip that back. And then we'll grab... Oh, stop driving into stuff. There we go. Alright, it's lined up. Let's drop this down. Am I under it? Cool. I'm under it. Alright, let's lift this up. See what we're doing here? See what I'm working with? Cooking up something special here. Alright, we're gonna make this in one trip. Okay, got that now. Now we can lower this down a little bit. Well, that's about as far down as we can get it. Alright. I chose the right yellow for this, didn't I? Oh my god. Normally, it looks like it's the right yellow, but my fucking OCD is gonna make me go over here to the mechanic and check, because it looks like it's the right color, but I want to make sure it's the right color. I don't want to be running around with the wrong color yellow. My shit gotta match. All right, let's check this real quick. Okay, customize, color. Okay, yeah, no, I picked the Challenger yellow. Okay, just checking. All right, so we got everything here. And, normally I would just hire a worker and have them drive it back. But I think in this case, I think I'm going to drive it back. I don't need them, getting stuck somewhere or, losing the line. off this thing. Look at this monstrosity. Could you imagine seeing somebody go down the road like this? This is the epitome of like getting your groceries out of the car. Like, I'm making it in one trip, okay? I went to the store and I'm making it in one trip, okay? I'm piling all on. I'm carrying 8 bags per hand, maybe more, whatever I need to do. It's one trip from the car into the house, end of story. And that's what's going on here. You know, it'd be cool if I could somehow get it to lime and plow at the same time. I know you can plow and do some other stuff at the same time if you get a plow that'll fit on the front. But we'll see. Let's just pull this in here. Alright. So, nope. Yes, this one. Where is... It was lower? Oh, it won't let me... No. There it goes. Okay. So lower that down. Detach. Ooh. That was a hard drop. Okay. Now we can move this here. Let's just put this next to it in this little area of the barn. Alright. Let's get this way. Just a weird angle to work with. There we go. That's out. Fold this back up. Alright, now let's send this over to the barley field that's been harvested. Should I do lime first? As long as there's nothing growing on it, it doesn't matter. I can do lime after plowing. That's fine. It'll still accept it. Yeah, let's just get the plowing started over here. We'll set a worker off on this. Get him here and going, and alright. And make sure he just gets started here. Man, that's nice. It's a nice looking tractor, but do say so myself. Alright, all good. And we can get back on this. Get this all started back up. Are these lines gonna pop up? They are. Alright. Well, I'm gonna get going on this. We got the worker plowing that field. When I'm done here, I can bring the worker over to just do this field. Should take a similar amount of time to do both, I would think. And then I can move over to the wheat field while they're plowing this field. The middle field's already been plowed. So then once the wheat field's done, you know what I could do? I could put the lime spreader on the John Deere. I think I am going to. Let's put the lime spreader on the John Deere. And then I can just run a worker on the John Deere with the lime spreader to start handling that. Look at me being all multitasking and shit. Alright, let's put this on here. And we can actually send them off to lime this field in the meantime. And then this tractor can just follow behind the Challenger. So once the Challenger is done over there, we can send the John Deere over, and then they can come here and we'll just work in like a flow. I was saving. I do have an autosave mod that saves every, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes. Because normally, like, the game's autosave isn't a true autosave. You have to go into the menu for it to save. If you don't go in the menu for like an hour, it won't save that entire time. So I put on a true autosave, just because, especially when you're on PC, games crash occasionally, and that's the last thing I need is to put an hour worth of work into something and then the game just crashed or whatever. So I do have that going. But I think we're good to go. All right. I'll catch you afterwards. Alright, so we're just getting this done. Let's lift that up. Let's go dump this off into the silo, and then we can check on the Challenger and see how it's getting along. I can still see it moving back there in the background, so it's not quite finished, but it looks like it's mostly finished. The John Deere finished forever ago. It's just lime spreading, so it's not a big deal. Let's whip around this way. Stump the pipe out. And drop this in here. While that's unloading, let's check prices for canola. Yeah, we're in the dip, of course. That's usually how it works. Most stuff, when you can harvest, it's always in the dip, and it usually sells its peak in the wintertime. For canola, it's going to be December. A lot of stuff is December, January time frame. Most stuff is January. It's like almost everything is January. And then let's go down here to wheat. Yeah, see, wheat, January, of course. However, I'm not going to sell the wheat. I'm going to keep the wheat, and we're going to get some chickens. And we're going to start on that. We may need to spend a little money on some food for these cows to get them going. I'd like to get 3 baby calves to get going, just because I know from previous experience those 3 cows in there are like 50 months old. So we're gonna need to get a couple babies in there to get started a new round, because once those hit peak value, I'll probably end up selling them off. The thing is like with that pasture, you can't. I don't think you can. I don't know, because I've never worked with animals, but I don't think you can get milk production from that pasture. I know the 3 cows in there are Angus, and Angus don't produce milk. I know you have to get one of the other breeds of cattle to be able to get milk production, and specifically water buffalo, technically not cows, but they're in the game. Water buffalo produces buffalo milk that you can convert to buffalo mozzarella, and that's supposed to be like one of the highest paying like products you can produce from like animal goods. So I think we're gonna shoot for that route. I don't know, this whole series really is just about trying like elements and aspects of Farming Sim 25 that I have not personally dealt with, so it's gonna be a bit of a learning curve. I've watched plenty of others do it in their playthroughs, but I have not personally done it. I mostly enjoy growing to large scale farms and farming huge areas of crops, like with giant combines. That's my favorite part of the game so far. And if you want to see that, go check out my other playthrough. We have our dream farm. I just recently got it set up. We're starting to get some bigger equipment. We're starting to get moving there. We made our first payments on old Grandpa Walter's debt, his $1 million loan. So if you're interested in that, definitely go check that out. But for now, we're just gonna keep going. I'm going to check on this Challenger real quick. Let me see if I can see it from here. Oh, he's still got a while to go. You know what we can do? Because it doesn't matter. Not him. We can have the John Deere head over. I don't know what it is about Lime, but the AI always misses parts with Lime. Normally I would go back and like clean those missing spots up, but in this situation, because our lime spreader, like I'd probably use all of this lime on just those spots, potentially more. I have to go like refill it up to get the spots that missed at the other end. But I think I'm just going to skip it for now. We're going to have him put lime down on this field and then keep going on this. So I'll catch you after this.
We keep running faster and faster. I don't know where we're after, yeah. We keep having disaster, disaster. I'm thinking that they're after. I wanna dance with you till the end of the night. I wanna dance with you for the rest of my life.
Alright, I think that's probably going to do it for this one. We'll just finish off here harvesting this wheat, and then we'll pick it up next time. If you made it to the end, please like and subscribe. It's free. It's just a couple clicks down below, and it'll really help the channel out. So thank you, and until next time.